Here to see Odette? Perfect.
I think I'll leave the Lelek question until after. Child said he was originally. Is there anyone here who? Oh no. It looks.
Members of the audience, today's performance was a very to commemorate this occasion. We would
All right, everyone, huddle in a little more. Now, look at the camera. 1, 2, 3.
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. Energy Scientist?
What are you talking about, Sarge? This was... It wasn't the performance spec...
It was indeed a fine performance.
We're already? Off we go then, Sarge.
That has to be... excuse me? You're... wrong. Are you sick? Maybe she caught a cold on the way.
I haven't seen snow like this in a long...
I know. It's completely white out.
Let's wait it out for now.
Well, look at that. Maybe...
Let's wait and see.
Why do you need to take it?
Come to think of it, there's a small... I know the route well.
Sir, there's really no need to go...
Hey, it's no trouble.
What a kind gentleman.
So...
Don't worry about that. They will escort us back. You are one of our key military personnel, so...
Operation Showtime? So, wait. Every single time you drag me back to work when I sneak out, it's a whole official operation? I gotta say, you've really turned this into quite a moral dilemma for me.
It's snowing pretty hard out there. I think you should stay here for now. Sure. Time to get to work. I should head...
Excuse me, are you looking for someone? A fan, I'm guessing? Today is just... Sorry, but that...
What happened to the gentleman who went...
I was thinking the same thing.
Whatever the reason for his delay, I have to treat my...
You seem anxious, Mr.
It's been nearly... They know how much I despise tardiness and disrupted plans. There's simply no reason...
Surely a snowstorm like this one...
Few things in this world can stop the Snezhayan army, Mr. Mitya. And a snowstorm is certainly not one of them.
Why don't you go out and take a look? They might be right outside.
An absurd hypothesis. I have no intention of leaving your side for even a moment until I have escorted you back to the Armory Palace.
This doesn't look like an ordinary snowstorm to me. That guy who left earlier. It looked like he just vanished into thin air. Either that, or my eyes were playing tricks on me.
A man-eating snowstorm? Come on. Night hasn't even fallen yet. Spare us the ghost stories.
Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. How come you didn't say anything? What is it? Something the matter? Tell me. I can help. Whoa. That's quite a snowstorm out there. I've been working backstage this whole time, so I didn't even notice. No wonder the audience hasn't left yet.
Huh. Is weather like this rare even in snezhaya?
Yeah, snow like this. I'm sure I've seen it out in the wild before, but never in the city. Actually, I take that back. I don't think I've seen snow this bad even in the wild. This is something else. It's not normal.
If even Alosha thinks snow like this isn't normal, could it have anything to do with that monster people have been talking about?
We can't stay cooped up here forever. Someone needs to go out and take a look. No need. I have plenty of experience with snowstorms. Besides, I work here while you're an audience member. I should be the one to do it. Everyone by the door. Careful not to let the snow soak into your shoes. In a snowstorm, you gotta look after your toes above all else.
Heading out, my man? Be careful. I've been told the snowstorm eats people alive.
Thanks for the advice. I am planning to be careful. I just want to take a quick look at the situation out there.
He's back! He's back! How was it? What's going on out there?
Did you see any soldiers patrolling the area?
Something about this storm isn't right. There's no one out there. I didn't see a single soul. And something in the air gives me the creeps. This isn't your average snowstorm. I suspect it might be related to recent events in our nation. I strongly advise everyone to stay here until the snow dies down.
Are you serious? So all of us are trapped here now? That sounds a little far-fetched to me.
You want to go outside and see? I, for one, am not risking my neck in that weather.
This just turned from a minor delay into a major hassle.
We can only hope that our friend who went to fetch the blankets just ditched us and went home.
Is it really that bad? But my daughter, I won't be able to read her a bedtime story tonight.
Huh? What are you all still doing here? Whoa! It's snowing hard! So now we're stuck here? Oh, this is terrible! Luckily, it was just a dress rehearsal today, so there aren't too many people here. On the bright side, the theater's always well stocked with supplies. If the snow still doesn't let up as we get into the evening, you can spend the night here, everyone. At least, I assume that's all right? Odette?
Fine by me.
This seems like a sensible backup plan under the circumstances. My thanks to the theater for being so accommodating.
What are you staring outside and praying for, my man? You anxious to get home too?
Oh, Your Majesty the Tsaritsa, I beg you, please do not let tonight's snowstorm stop. This is a golden opportunity to spend the night under the same roof as the two top stars in all of snezhaya. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I think I've changed my mind.
Sir, if you so much as look at us funny, you'll be seeing stars in a whole other way. Behave yourself, or you'll be begging for that blizzard.
It's getting colder. We need to keep the indoor temperature up. Close the door and lock it tight. Let's head somewhere warmer.
because nothing... Oh, look at that. I got myself a new listener.
And I am Chuganov, an entrepreneur.
Are you really that famous, Mr. Chuganov?
Excuse me? Is that a joke? Or are you being serious?
Oh, I'll have to ask my robot.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Child must take great care of his sister.
You know, I actually stuck in a strange place thanks kids, huh? My brother all...
Look after yourself.
My husband has made... That's the price of marrying into wealth. Hello?
I don't think it's ever been this Hey, have you seen Chuganov?
I'm with you. This could...
Yeah, I gotta figure out...
For the Rokad, or just...
There...
I have to say...
I couldn't agree. Do you think we were...
What about you? What did you think of today's performance? Huh. I'll make sure to save a ticket for you and...
This doesn't seem like the time.
So unfair.
And now it looks like I've been spotted. You know Mitya too?
No, I don't.
This is highly irregular. A delay of over an hour during an operation like this theoretically warrants a Harbinger-level response. I wonder what the issue is. The storm, or something else.
Sarge, the day you learn to let go and just enjoy moments like this is the day you'll finally understand the meaning of life. Why, hello, ma'am. I believe you were the one sitting at a nearby table back at Podvorye Restaurant. Any friend of the theater's star performers is a friend of mine. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Mitya, from the Energy Commission.
Greetings. Major Valeri, head of the Special Assignment Battalion. Armory Palace Royal Grenadier Guards, 1st Regiment. I am here to ensure Mr. Mitya's personal safety. Please let me know if I can be of any assistance.
Miss Traveler, I cannot help but notice that Miss Odette is stealing glances at me. I've racked my brains, but I can't think of anything I might have done to offend her.
So, Mr. Mitya, is your work related to Project Suja?
Yes, that's right. The higher-ups and... Really? I can't even talk... All right, I won't say...
How's it looking, Alo?
No change from this afternoon.
May I have your attention? We at the theater owe in a few short moments.
I'll pass on sleeping.
A drama about sleeping?
What?
Anyone who doesn't wish...
I guess I'll call it a night. Though, I'm sure she'll be worried that I haven't made it back yet. But as long as she looks out the window, I wonder if she's feeling any better yet? At least she hasn't been getting any worse.
Ah, finally. Welcome back to the world of the living, lazy bones. I was... Still waking up, huh? You know, the black mist. Come on, let's keep heading up. Onward.
Here we go again.
What's going on?
The black mist cultists believe that being swallowed by the black mist leads to everlasting peace. But if you ask me, they're just lying to themselves. We're the only heretics left. The only ones who refuse to give in. We have to keep going.
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you start a chain reaction that ends in the collapse of your will. Put the question out of your mind. Stay strong and believe that the black mist means certain death.
Okay, but it's not my mind that's the problem. My body's about to give up on me. It's already starting to falter.
I can't do this anymore. I've had enough of being forever on the run. What's the point of it all?
All this will pass eventually.
You accuse the Black Mist.
The cult of the Black Mist.
I am.
As much as I detest.
Then I bid you both farewell. Fate always appears so impossible. Their fate was sealed from the instant they entered. Torgov and Sobolova are gone. Yes, it looks like this happens from time to time. Well, we should make the most of the precious moments of rest that those two offer us. Huh?
What is it, Chuganov?
Is it morning already? Sounds like it's coming from next door.
Don't look, Miss Tonya.
What happened to them?
These two people have I seen them?
Let me take a look. No vital signs in either of them. The cause of death...
But just last night...
Could they have had pre-exist...
It's hard to believe that they died of... Who was the first to discover...
It was me. Then I noticed that the door to this room was open, and
I can corroborate this. I can also confirm that
the snowstorm was raging.
You mean an intruder?
Everyone, split into pairs and...
Nothing.
Backstage is clear. No. We checked the basement. Also.
Are we certain that the theater doesn't...
No, there's not. I also checked the windows.
It sounds like we can save...
This can only mean one thing.
We can't quite jump to that...
Could he be right? Set in a theater during a snowstorm? A murder takes...
Looking at who the killer targeted, and the clean entry and exit, it all adds up. I know it.
What is? What have you figured out?
Both victims were wealthy, well-known local merchants. And the door was deliberately left open, so I would discuss such ruthless methods. This was your doing, wasn't it? Lelik.
Lelik?
You mean Lelik is among us?
Lelik, I know. Walk me through your reason.
What now, huh? What now, Lelik? What more do you want from me? I already voted against. You snuck into my house the other day while...
So, he really was threatened.
And now you're resorting to... Show yourself!
Was this really Lelek's doing? If Odette really is Lelek, I'm probably the only one here with a compelling theory about Lelek. What should I do?
I don't think it's likely, at least from the stories I've heard. Besides, if
Vodyanitsa doesn't...
Miss Vodyanitsa?
Defense? Oh...
Well, if you...
The case is still evolving.
Even so, there's no...
So there's still a... I can't do that.
Whoa. Take a beat. And whoever this Lelik is...
As much as I regret having... Because this thing's... Unless anyone has...
I still... There's no guarantee. You're right. That was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no one's...
Since Vodyanitsa and I...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you serious? Odette?
Actually, it's exactly what you'd expect.
What are we up to now? Odette's identities. She's my coworker, specifically a ballerina, and also a Fatuz, a member of the Rokot. Now, Lelek. It must be so... I guess since I've always known her, I don't understand.
Probably best if you ask her that in person.
Well, since you waited... Yeah. Lelek, we need to confront her.
Do you think she'd really admit to being Lelik?
I don't know. Well... Now's her chance. Odette's alone. Let's go. Hey, Odette.
What is it you got?
Shh. Keep your voice down. We need to talk. So, you're Lelek, aren't you? All right, fine. You don't have to say anything or explain yourself. Just hear me out first. None of us believes you kill innocent people. Whoever murdered the Traveler was the first to figure out your identity. Still, it's clear where the group consensus is heading. We're your colleagues, and we know what kind of... So, can...
Alright. Yes, I'm Lelek. And no, I'm not the murderer. And thanks, but I don't...
Huh? You're...
That's right. But after taking some time to assess...
are you... What?!
So...
I don't know what game...
It's just one identity. So what if it's exposed? I can disappear and adopt a new identity. I made my peace with this when I chose to become Lelek. But more importantly, I promise I am not. So, if anyone's otherwise...
Is this...
That's confidence, all right. I believe you.
A real no-nonsense attitude. I can see why Marionette said that she's on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady.
Are you seriously buying this? Hey, officer! She just admitted to being Lelek. Aren't you going to do something about this?
I do have one question, Miss Odette. Why have you chosen this moment to come forward and reveal your identity?
If I didn't say anything, everyone would be focusing all their efforts on finding Lelek. And that is exactly what the real culprit wants. I don't want to be the scapegoat who lets the murderer get away with this crime.
Despite all the accusations, she made the smart choice. A remarkable display of rational thinking under pressure. Clearly, Odette's talent extends far beyond the art of dance.
She thought so far ahead. Ugh, why do I always feel like I'm one step behind her in everything?
You've convinced me. Dealing with the murder case remains the top priority right now. Let's put the name Lelik and all related incidents aside until further notice. Nevertheless, the group still considers you the prime suspect. I assume you have no quarrel with that, Miss Odette?
I understand. You're welcome to keep an eye on me around the clock. I have no objections.
Mr. Chuganov?
For my wife and daughter's sake, I'll let you off the hook for now. But don't think you're forgiven for breaking into my house and threatening me. Just wait till we get out of here, Lelik. We'll settle the score then.
Good work, Lelik guard team. And Lelik, too. Here, have some hot water.
Turns out Valeri knew about my exploits, so now I've been told I have to guard Lelik with him.
Shouldn't you be facing my way if you're guarding me? At the moment, it looks more like you're my bodyguards.
If the true culprit is indeed still at large, as you have claimed, we must keep our guard up against them also.
Don't worry, Tonya. We'll get through this. Once the snow stops, the officials will step in. The investigation will get easier, and then we'll be safe.
But once the snow stops, won't everyone just leave?
You're gonna miss us, huh? Well, some of us work at the theaters, so we'll still be here. I'll even give you a special backstage pass.
Really, Miss Vodyanitsa? That's awesome! You've made a fan for life.
Aw, you're so cute, Tonya. All right, let's swear to it. I promise to give you the pass, and you promise to never change your mind about being my fan.
Promise.
Don't indulge her, Tonya. You don't have to swear an oath over things like that.
You really do get carried away sometimes, don't you, Miss Vodyanitsa?
Hey! Mind your own business!
Don't be nervous, Miss Water Imp. Everyone's here. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Excuse me? Do I look nervous? Don't be ridiculous.
No. You sound nervous, lass.
Oh. Wait, but how... Okay, plenty of people know that I'm a water imp, but still... How come you understand our primary mode of expression?
Primary mode of expression. I've not come across that concept before. Do enlighten me, Vodyanitsa.
Well, it's just... We water imps tend to communicate our emotions to each other by singing, rather than facial expressions. The emotions we convey through song take precedence over our facial expressions. So, we think of it as our primary mode of expression.
I'm impressed, Shram. I didn't take you for a man of culture, but you're clearly rather learned.
It's not about being cultured or not. The thing is, this mode of expression can usually only be understood by other water imps. It's not a simple case of a song sounding happy or sad. And yet, you're clearly human, Mr. Shram.
It's really not the big deal you're making it out to be. I think I just have a knack for it. Plus, I have a... very close friend who's a water imp. A delightful lady. But keep that a secret. Anyway, we spent so much time together that before I knew it, I noticed I could understand her expressions.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Still, the fact that you have a water imp friend is even more surprising. I'd better watch what I'm singing when I'm around you from now on.
Hey, what are you implying? You're not secretly insulting the audience in your songs, are you?
Heavens! Why would I do a thing like that?
It's getting late. We should discuss our sleeping arrangements for tonight. To guard against the killer, someone needs to keep watch.
I suggest that we don't sleep in separate quarters tonight. It will be safer if we all stayed together.
As long as someone keeps an eye on Lelik, I'm quite sure we won't have any trouble.
Are you saying that you wish to bet your life on Miss Odette being the killer?
Nonsense. Of course not.
Then I propose the following arrangement for tonight. The Traveler, Odette, and I will form the Night Watch. We'll sleep in shifts, but 2 of us must be awake at any given time.
An excellent idea. This allows us to handle the night watch while also keeping an eye on Lelik. Meanwhile, the rule of taking shifts in pairs resolves the other issue. Namely that we can't necessarily trust the Traveler or Valeri either. I expect that plan took you quite some time to come up with, didn't it?
Actually, our field combat manual outlines a similar approach. Although the scenario there involves guarding prisoners overnight during field operations. That being said, I must clarify that I harbor no disrespect towards you personally, Miss Odette. In fact, Lelik's numerous covert operations make fine textbook examples for military agents.
I care less about respect and more about the fact that you just robbed me of 2/3 of my sleep tonight. I'm calling dibs on being the first to rest. Good night.
It's almost time. We should wake Odette. How are you faring? Oh, not going to argue with that. I'll take a quick nap. If you start to feel sleepy, wake me up anytime.
It's finally time for Odette and I to share the night watch. I should wake her up. I came here to get information from her in the first place. Maybe I should think about what questions I want to ask before she wakes up.
How long are you gonna keep staring at me? Couldn't sleep. My mind's been running haywire. Plus, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. I had a hunch that you wanted a conversation, too. Let's take this chance to clear the air, shall we? I just had a simple question for you, really. It's, Rosaline. In her final moments, did she have any last words or anything? I see. No, she was utterly... And yet, even though I know... Oh, she told you. I guess that makes sense. I think she... Yes. Rosaline wasn't the kind to gossip about this sort of thing. Not that it's any huge secret to me, though. When I was a child, I had to join the Fatui for the sake of my mother and me. I trained under Rosaline. It was extremely grueling. And it didn't exactly come natural. I was a newcomer who'd managed to... Every day was a struggle. After enduring all that, surely any child who had to... So, I put an equal amount of effort into my ballet. Because it was my way of telling her The Fatui's demands and your expectations of me are not what I wish for. I think she probably blamed my poor performance in training on my passion for ballet. She knew my heart wasn't in it. One time, when I was secretly practicing a dance at night, she suddenly showed up. I knew she was there to catch me red-handed. I told her, "You don't deserve to watch the dance I learned from my mother." She never interfered with my dancing or asked me how she was. But even now, whenever I take out this core Ignis, I can't help but think of that night. Of the sort of. Although gift might be too kind, she knew the location of so when news, but I kept mine. I still wonder, did she really? I guess she didn't leave anything behind. Not that I expected her to. It's fine. It's just a bit of a shame that we... She did. Wait. In that case... Okay.
There's something I'm trying to figure out. I'm beginning to suspect that Paimon's mystery illness is being caused by the energy research behind Project Snezhaya. Paimon's very important to me, so I have to get to the bottom of this. I figured that since you're Lelek, you might know something about all this.
The ultimate goal of this energy experiment is to create a weapon for the final battle. The weapon's construction was completed in Nodcry. Yes, the weapon's I'm not sure why this once we get out of here, I'll help. And I'm hardly the organization's...
Huh?
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were sleeping.
Of course I was.
Even if he was awake.
Well, thank you both for keeping watch.
Sure. This is our second night here, but at least I found out a little more about Paimon's condition. I hope she's been sleeping well the past couple of days. Why do I feel like I'm being watched? Seriously? Is this payback for when I stared at her earlier? Never mind. I'd better try and get some sleep myself.
Hey, what are you spacing out for? Are you reaching your limit too?
How long have we been walking for? Do you remember?
Time's lost all meaning. Ever since we noticed that thing above our heads. What was it called again?
A star key? Or key star? Anyway, the person who named it was swallowed by the black mist.
Whatever it's called, ever since we noticed it, we've been walking up and up, hoping that as long as we reach it, we can find a way out of this place. But it seems like no matter how far we walk, we never get any closer.
Well, we've come this far. You never know. Maybe we're almost there? Come on, enough moping. Be careful! again! Get ready!
Monsters ahead of us. The black mist behind us. It feels like there's no escape.
Are you hurt, Coolish?
No. I'm fine. It's just... Yeah. The hope otherwise, why would it always be out of reach?
We know you mean well, but you're only...
Thank you. You're going to continue.
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
Congratulations. You're the first person to make it here. I'm the star's envoy. The Black Mist. This is a good opportunity. I'll let you get some rest before we continue. What do you mean, leave? The star represents the starting point. It's the waypoint for the beginning. Congratulations on reaching the starting point. Once you are ready, we will head out and walk upwards. I will be right by your side the whole way. Huh? What's wrong? Hey, don't give up before the journey's even begun.
Rampana! Rampana!
Is that Vodyanitsa's voice? What happened?
Coolish, wake up! Please wake up!
The situation is identical.
At least there are some elements.
Weren't some of us keeping watch?
I'm as confused as you are.
Likewise, and from what I've observed so far.
I heard the traveler and...
Nathan? What could... I worked closely with
4 victims and just... I need to get to the bottom of the...
Still snowing?
Yes, I just checked.
So we only have ourselves to...
If you ask me, this killer can... Lelik must be an expert in poisoning. Clear...
Here we go again.
Listen, I was already thinking she's been playing us for fools. You get off on this...
That's a hideous thought.
How?
That's enough. But today's victims were just ordinary people.
Who knows? Maybe... I implore you all to ask yourselves, how many people are there really in this world that have what it takes to kill another person? Not many, I'd wager. Lelik is well known to be a ruthless operator, and now she has revealed her identity. How could it be any more obvious?
Everything you've said so far is still just conjecture, which doesn't constitute a concrete lead. You need to back up your claims with some evidence.
How can you defend her, officer? What did she say to you while you were on night watch? Maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. You military types are always colluding with criminals to target the rich. All so you can get your grubby paws on our hard-earned fortunes. Then tell us to fall in line. The Fatui, the Druzhna, and the Rokot. Thugs, the lot of you! Don't you dare!
Sir, but... You were the one who told us not to stop other people from expressing their opinions yesterday. 4 people have already died. Only yesterday I was chatting with Mr. Coolish. Then we woke up in the morning and he's... Turning against one another is the last thing we should be doing right now.
Little girl.
Even if Mr. Chuganov is a puffed-up, pig-headed windbag who doesn't have a clue what he's talking about, he's still one of the victims here, isn't he?
Quite.
I had no intention of resorting to violence. But you're right, Miss Tonya. I ought not prevent him from speaking his mind. In any case, I believe Mr. Chuganov has calmed down a little now. We may resume our discussion.
I don't think there's any need for that. What is there to discuss? Nothing about this situation is normal.
Did you have an idea, Mitya? You're the brainiac here, right? Come on, clue us in.
I've been mulling something over. All the leads we have so far concern things from outside the theater. Miss Odette's alter ego, the threats Mr. Chuganov received. But then there's the 2 double murder crime scenes themselves, which have given us absolutely nothing to go on whatsoever. That's highly unusual. Even with...
Scientist? That doesn't sound like a conclusion someone like you is supposed to make.
I got into scientific research because of my insatiable curiosity. But if the present situation defies all known scientific explanations, I don't mind shifting my curiosity toward the paranormal instead.
Now that you mention it, I remember when I first came to the theater. I heard rumors about this place being haunted. Haunted?
Yeah, I think I heard the same thing. But I mean, they're only rumors, right? We've worked here for years. Surely we would have noticed any spooky goings-on by now.
Well, this has taken an unexpected turn. A haunted theater? If Paimon were here, she'd probably be hiding behind me in fear right now.
Why don't we take this opportunity to look for clues again with a more open mind? Maybe a different perspective will help us see something different.
Very well. Whether it's criminals or ghosts we're looking for, the same rules apply. Everyone needs to tread carefully. I'll move the bodies into the same room for now.
Tonya?
Not yet.
This looks like...
Alright. Let's read it together.
Huh. This has to be Vodyanitsa's writing, surely.
Maybe it's a little rude for us to peek at this. I feel like I just read someone's secret diary by accident. It sounds like she's writing this for her parents, right? I don't understand. Why put this stuff in a notebook instead of mailing it in a letter?
Because her water imp parents belonged to the aristocracy, who were driven out of Snezhaya by the Tsaritsa long ago. And now they live somewhere new, where the postman...
We're sorry!
It's fine. My fault for not storing it properly. I can't leave things lying around and expect them to get ignored when everyone's scouring the place for clues. Alright, give me my notebook back. I'll take over the investigation in this room.
Ah, Traveler. Since you're here, come take a look at this.
Alosha found it. We're both curious to hear your perspective. It appears to be an investigation report. And the focus of the investigation was the rumors of haunting we heard about earlier.
Investigation report, huh? Looks quite old. Huh. This person's name looks to be of Sumeru origin to me. Was the investigator from Sumeru?
The theater manager must have hired an investigator once specifically to look into this issue. But it doesn't look like anyone ever looked at the report.
Presumably, the manager wanted to know if the supposed haunting was dangerous, while also being fearful of word getting out in case it affected the theater's business. Anyway, the bottom line is, the haunting is actually real after all. It's caused by an obstruction in the ley lines. Is there any chance this is the key to finally making some progress with the murder cases?
Ley line problems are pretty unexceptional to me by this point. And while it certainly offers an explanation for the ghosts, it's hard to imagine what connection it could have to these two murder cases.
Some of the language that appears at the very end of the report caught my eye. Angel civilization, ley line renovation? My area of research doesn't touch on any of that, so it's completely outside of my wheelhouse. Huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. How unnerving. It was tucked inside the report, so it must be a note left by the author. Death is near. Is that supposed to be what's going on here? With us in the theater? But if so, how did the author foresee it? Could he predict the future somehow?
Maybe things are more complicated than we thought.
No, wait a second. If we take the report and the note at face value, they completely contradict one another. The report definitively concludes that the hauntings in the theater are harmless and cannot affect the real world. But the note seems to be warning of potential danger. The question is, what exactly does the note mean by death? The various ways we could interpret this keyword lead in completely different directions. Let's pause our analysis here for now. I think we need more information.
Valeri, come to—
Some sort of notebook.
It's the on-duty logbook for the theater. Kulish was the main person to use it. He mostly used it to record any unusual incident. Yes, he'd always have this logbook with him when he checked tickets at the entrance.
This should confirm a lot of key details about the recent show. So, you find anything unusual?
Yes. The number of people. I've checked and double-checked, but the numbers just don't match what's recorded in the logbook. Apparently, we have an extra person among us.
Are we certain that logbook is accurate? Could someone have sneaked in without buying a ticket or something?
Unlikely. Kulish took his duties very seriously. I've rarely seen any errors in his work. Not to mention that this was a dress rehearsal, meaning smaller audience numbers and tighter ticket restrictions than usual. Everything would have been well within his control.
We no longer have our tickets with us, do we? They got collected on entry. I assume there's no way we can check them again.
Unfortunately not. The theater recycles tickets. Once people are in the door, they don't tend to leave until the show ends, so we collect the tickets at the point of entry.
Did an extra person just materialize out of thin air?
If we take all this together, it's not impossible, is it? If anything, it's the natural conclusion.
Oh, I beg to differ. This sounds to me like a product of a researcher's vivid imagination. And perhaps it's because I'm still viewing this through the lens of a typical murder investigation. But still, I'm struggling to be persuaded by your theory.
Does it really sound that far-fetched? Alright, well, let's treat that as speculation for now. I do agree with what you've said, so let's go with your idea for now.
Good. Okay, now that we finally have some meaningful leads, I think it's time to reconvene. Let's get the others. So, that's about everything we've discovered so far. I'll share my theory first. Based on what we've learned from the logbook, I believe the extra person among us is most likely the killer. If the killer had simply bought a ticket, it would have greatly increased the risk of their identity being exposed. I expect he or she either hid in the theater ahead of time, or found a way to slip past the ticket inspection. They then blended in with the group and waited for an opportunity to strike.
What about the note found in the investigation report? Any thoughts on how that fits in?
The killer may have simply planted it there as some sort of sick joke. I've seen my fair share of psychopathic killers. They love playing cryptic mind games.
So, it has nothing to do with the haunting of the theater after all.
This theory makes sense to me. If we have an audience member unaccounted for, chances are they didn't come here to watch the show.
Could it really be that simple?
So, in other words, all we have to do is find out who got in here without a ticket, and all our problems will be solved? Then let me make one thing clear. All the theater staff should be well aware that I came here for the rehearsal legitimately, yes? There's no way I'm the one who didn't have a ticket.
It's true. I hear you used every trick in the book to get a hold of that ticket, too. Everything short of throwing a temper tantrum and rolling around on the floor at the entrance.
I most certainly did not degrade myself in such a way.
Probably a stupid question, but I might as well ask. Did anyone here get in without having their ticket checked? Guess it was naive of me to expect them to just admit to it.
Especially after the unprompted Lelic reveal. Once was already a miracle. Twice would be unfathomable.
We have to catch this. As things stand, the audience head count. I don't believe any of us here. Mr. Shram?
Huh?
It's not that you
Okay.
Yeah, I had, although actually last time, and...
Good grief.
Hey, that was just the
We don't need detail.
Okay. Even with me to protect.
Really?
Huh?
Delicate.
If I'm not mistaken...
What's going on?
All right, Mr. Meat.
I'm just as amazed.
Is someone going to explain?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you, Traveler?
That seems to be the... Vodianitsa's... The theater's ley line. Mr. Shram's state and... For some unknown reason... Yeah. The death of those victims... The contents of the... Death is near.
Yeah, Mr. Shram must be one such soul who died in the theater a long time ago. In which case, that also makes him our extra person. So when the note said death is near, it must have been referring to death as in the deceased, people who died a long time ago.
Someone who died a long time ago.
In short, there's a dead person among us. The extra person we've been searching for is a ghost from the past.
You mean I'm a ghost? No. Don't make jokes like that, my man. There must be some mistake. But even if I was dead, I know for a fact I didn't kill anyone these past 2 nights.
Yeah, even if all that's true, the report also said the souls inside the theater can't affect reality, right? They're harmless.
Then what if the problem isn't the souls at all, but the ley lines themselves? The ley lines have a powerful ability to attract and devour souls. Let's say that the ley lines are like a black hole, constantly seeking to engulf souls. But the souls that don't want to return are trying to avoid being sucked in.
Huh. Why does this analogy sound so familiar?
What happens when the black hole can't achieve its goal? I'm only speculating here, but what if it ended up swallowing innocent souls by mistake? Or intentionally taking other souls to compensate?
That could explain why we weren't able to determine a cause of death. If you're right, and their souls were devoured by the lake.
It does seem to...
Except there's no concrete evidence. Mitya is relying on a lot of logical leaps. Still, it seems like the best explanation we have under the circumstances.
All right, so how could Shram not know that he's dead? Seems a little unlikely that he hasn't noticed anything unusual even after several days interacting with us.
On the contrary, it's perfectly normal for a soul to wander the theater for centuries without questioning their existence or reason for being there. It's simply what's natural for them.
You know what, Mr. Brainiac? I think you might actually be right after all. I'm trying to remember and... even though my head feels like it's going to explode, I think... it's all coming back to me. I was the one who didn't want to remember my own death, so I forced myself to forget.
Well, I'm sure those are painful memories.
My lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. We bought tickets for the theater. It wasn't really my thing, but I was just happy to be together. All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out, performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. This time, the extremists were even coming after the water imps who had nothing to do with the war. I thought I could pull one over on them, so I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. They started shouting, calling me a traitor to humanity. But I was going to do whatever it took to buy our chance to escape, no matter how many people stood in my way. I had to, both as their bodyguard and out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can stop there if you want. You don't need to dig all that up again.
It's just... even now, I'm still struggling to accept the truth. How could I be dead? I'm sorry, everyone. If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have dragged you down with me. If I'm the cause of all this death, then punish me however you see fit.
But, Mr. Shrim...
No. I refuse to be a burden. I know what I have to do. You said I've been wandering the theater for centuries, right? I guess it's high time I got a breath of fresh air. Out there, I mean. I'll leave this place and take all this death with me. Go out on my own terms.
Mr. Shram, I'm sure we can figure out a different course of action.
My good sir, we both know I'm not supposed to be here. I should have accepted my death long ago. One way or another, this has to end. Unless you're saying this goes against another one of your military principles somehow.
No, I'm speaking on a personal level this time.
Let it go, man. Oh, wait. One last thing. Miss Waterimp. My lover. Her name was Litia. Litia Ozarova. Do you know what happened to her?
Ozarova. Oh, Auntie Ozarova. That's what we all called her. I remember her as a very kind elder. She had a bunch of kids, too.
I'm so glad she survived. And she had lots of kids? Good. That's... good. I could hardly expect her to stay single just because of what happened to me, right? As long as she went on to be happy, That's all that matters. Besides, I'm dead. My soul has been wandering around here for so long because I was worried about her. But now, I can go without regret. There's no need to see me off, my friends. I've enjoyed our time together over these past few days. Perhaps we'll meet again in the next life.
Take care, my man.
I knew Mr. Shram was already dead, but I still feel so sad.
Death is cruel, no matter how we might try to make sense of it.
So, was the conflict between Fae and humans really that bad back then? I was only little, so I don't remember much. It's terrible to think that so many innocent people had their lives turned upside down. Even the historical records about that time period don't say much about it. All people know is that the Tsaritsa founded the Fatui, drove out most of the Fae aristocracy without explanation, then used her terrifying power to suppress the humans.
It seems to me like the Tsaritsa chose to make herself the enemy. She downplayed the conflict, directing whatever animosity both sides had for each other at herself instead. That's also why, despite how brutal the conflict was at the time, there hasn't been much lingering tension between humans and Fae since. Things have been fairly harmonious for the past few centuries.
So, the Tsaritsa banished the Fae to protect the Fae living in the city? She offered herself up to be hated in exchange for peace.
Maybe it's not quite as bad as it sounds. I don't think Her Majesty is too concerned if mortals hate her or not. And besides, there are very few who truly do.
All this time, I had no idea.
All right. If Mitya's theory is correct, then I think we can consider this matter settled. Let's all take a break.
Ugh, if only this blasted storm wasn't still raging on.
Looks like now we can. I still can't.
Knock, knock.
Hmm?
Knock, knock. Think of it as a signal then. Thanks.
So,
Vodyanitsa, but when everyone was discussing who Yes.
It's nothing.
Actually, so I thought I'd come and ask you for advice. It's about Mitya. Before all of this, the last time I saw him, he was, as I'm sure you know, well, I often saw him around, so I decided to infiltrate the but when I finally made it to I checked his breathing and I thought maybe another anti-Project Stuja activist had beaten me to it and chosen a much more brutal method. So I made myself scarce.
That's why you were so on guard around Mitya that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murder started, that is,
And yet... You...
Exactly. Besides, we soon figured...
But now, I understand why you kept it...
So, what do you think we should do?
Let me confirm one thing.
Around a week ago.
A week ago? He seemed...
So he was definitely alive on that day. Huh. Well, all I can say is I know what I saw.
Here's a thought. The reason we even suspected a dead person could be among us was because of the problem with the theater's ley lines. But Mitya's death happened inside the Armory Palace. The ley line issue affecting the theater shouldn't reach that far.
You're right. I guess he doesn't fit the profile of the person we were searching for.
I think the chances of it being him are very low. Surely he can't have died for real in the Armory Palace. Unless
what?
Unless he really did come back from the dead.
You're right. Do you think we need to disclose this to the others?
Huh, what's this? A private meet and greet? Where do I line up?
That's not what's going on here.
Well, I was just making the rounds. Thought I'd try to lighten the mood a bit. Vodyanitsa's handing out food if you're hungry.
What is going on with this storm? Could it be connected to that monster that just arrived in Snezhaya?
I almost hope it is. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa left to vanquish that beast herself. We just need to wait for her triumphant return.
Do you think people still feel the cold after they die? I'm wondering about Shram. Oh, maybe we should have given him a coat before he went out there.
Death itself is cold, isn't it? I'm sure the storm will embrace him.
Well, I hope he has a safe journey. I'm going to miss him, I think. It's not like we can blame him for Rampana and Kulish's deaths. Thinking back on it, we barely made it out alive ourselves. Once we get out of here, how are we going to explain what happened to their families?
Are you okay? Here, take this. I've never used it.
Thanks. Look who's Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden. Is it because Tonya stood up for you this morning? At least you know how to return a favor.
Yeah, without Tonya, who knows how badly he would have been hurt.
I told you already, I never intended to resort to violence.
Duh, bunch of rascals. Little girl? I was rather surprised when you spoke up for me this morning. I didn't think I had many admirers here, so, thank you.
Oh, no need to thank me. I said some bad stuff about you too.
I've been, too embarrassed to admit it, but, you remind me a lot of my daughter. So kind to everyone, but never lets her old man off the hook. Unless my wife and I are having a fight, then she's always on my side. Especially when she was little. Every time I took her out... All right, easy now.
I don't know. It's probably been a while. I'm fine.
Are you taking anything for it?
Yeah. I'll be fine once I see my brother. He's gonna pick some frost fairy flower leaves and brew a tonic for me. I'll feel much better once I drink that.
I see. That's good to hear, then.
We should probably discuss arrangements for tonight. Now that the deceased has left our midst, there shouldn't be any more incidents. However, out of an abundance of caution, I'll keep watch.
Shouldn't we take shifts? I can take one if needed.
No need. I managed to get a nap in earlier, so I have plenty of energy right now. After all the tension of the past few days, everyone else should just focus on getting a good night's sleep.
What a long day. This whole situation turned out to be way more complicated than I expected. But Valeri's right. I should just try to calm down and get some rest. The last thing I want is to give myself nightmares.
She's awake. She's awake! Get over here, you big lug, and take a look!
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door.
Are you all right? Can you walk? We just got attacked by monsters on our way up. That Mr. Door fellow protected us. He just seemed to come out of nowhere. Not much of a talker, but when it comes to taking down monsters, that man doesn't hold back. Curses! The black mist is catching up to us. We need to keep going. Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me. I'm just Mr. Door. I have to find the door that belongs to me.
Oh, well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. thanks for saving us earlier.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
Mr. Door! Monsters! Quick, get rid of them!
I can just push these ones off.
Looking for trouble?
In case! Cryostorm! In case!
Halt! So we're doing
Cryostorm!
Oh, remarkable work, Mr. Door. If I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
I'm so exhausted, and the black mist is still rising. Oh. Wait, look! There's more monsters down there. Are they coming from within the black mist? No, no! They're gaining on us! Quick, keep going, or they'll be at our heels any second! Mr. Door, what are you doing? We need to get out of here. They're coming!
Found it. This is my door.
What? You mean you're going to stay here?
I am a door. This is where my duty lies.
No! You saved us! We can't leave you behind!
You must keep going. A door can only keep things out for so long. You must make haste.
But... Oh, you're right. Hey, let's go. We can't let Mr. Door's sacrifice be in vain. The black mist isn't moving anymore. Looks like both the monsters and Mr. Door are gone. I didn't just imagine all that, did I? Surely I wasn't so scared out of my mind that I hallucinated a door as a human being. Okay, good. There's no way we both hallucinated the same thing. Hmm? Getting sleepy? Well, looks like we're safe for now. Go ahead. Let's get some rest.
What time is it? Is it morning? I think I had a nightmare. Oh, I guess everyone's still asleep. These past 2 days have been exhausting. Valeri's keeping watch, though, so he's probably the only one awake. Valeri? Wake up! Everyone needs to wake up!
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear cause of death. I've been a real thorn in your side, haven't I, Mr. Valeri? Now you can rest in peace. But for me, life will be all the duller for not having to run away from you, my friend.
How's Tonya? Is she okay?
I just checked on her, and it doesn't seem like anything serious. She's just exhausted from the past couple of days, and she's still recovering from her illness. We should let her sleep a bit longer.
That means Valeri was the only one who died last night.
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch, it would have been impossible to kill him without waking everyone else up. That much is certain.
This is so frustrating. Why has nothing changed since yesterday? I thought we already dealt with the dead person causing all this.
Actually, one thing has changed. There's only one victim this time, not 2. Does that mean...
After the deceased, it's a reason... Oh, the number of people...
Exactly. We identify by that logic, there...
Another one?
Having an extra person was definitely...
One more dead person among us. If Mitia's theory is right, it's just, at the time, we had no... if only we'd taken it more seriously as...
I'm sorry. This is my fault.
I'm partly to blame as well.
What is this about? What have you two been getting...
Sounds like there's some big news. Wow.
Odette and I talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Let me just try and verify this, but I honestly have no recollection.
Well, if it isn't me...
If you don't mind me asking, Trav...
No, never.
Now just 1 minute. You're in the hot seat, and all...
Trying to pick a fight, Mr. Chuganov?
You!
Did Mitia ask about... I suppose I only...
I'm just saying, I can vouch for her if nothing else. I've seen...
Oh, really?
Since being here...
If Chuganov can vouch... Miss Odette, could you go over that afternoon with me?
No problem.
No matter how hard... Miss Vojanitsa, during our last meal together, I told you...
Oh, yeah. You said it was hindering the
Right. And even though I don't remember dying that day, I'm pretty sure some of my memories from that after...
Are you suggesting you're missing the memory?
Of course. How am I only just real...
You mean being silent?
The researcher's amnesia. Suddenly it all makes sense. I must thank you, Odette. I think your perspective just helped me reach a breakthrough on a series of issues that have been troubling me for quite some time. All right. It's decided then. I'll be the one to leave.
Oh, leave?
Come on, kid.
I have other reasons beyond what's been discussed. I remember during Miss Odette's performance, while I was sitting in the audience stalls, a brilliant new idea for my research popped into my mind. But then, my train of thought suddenly cut off. I can't remember it now at all, and I didn't take any notes. I guess that must be another instance of temporary amnesia.
No. Hold on. I see where you're going with this. You're suggesting that each instance of temporary amnesia is a death, right? There's a glaringly obvious flaw in that idea, no? How can one person die so many times?
I believe Miss Odette's account. During the period where my memory is blank, I must have been either dead or in a similar state. All it would take is for the same thing to happen in the theater, and I would come under the effect of the ley lines in this vicinity. This increases the likelihood of me being the deceased, does it not?
But...
There's no evidence to suggest that anyone other than me is a candidate for the deceased. So allow me, as a scientist, to treat this as an experiment. Please relax, everyone. I don't think things are as bad as they may seem. If I really am the deceased, then to leave the theater will be a relief for me. If, on the other hand, I'm still alive right now, well, apparently you've all witnessed my resurrection recently anyway. Who's to say I won't return from the dead again this time?
Michia's right. This is the only thing we can try right now. I think he's deliberately downplaying the gravity of the situation, though. He probably doesn't want to burden everyone.
What is a scientist if not someone who gambles on experiment after experiment in an attempt to obtain the truth? With this snowstorm, the ley line phenomenon, ghosts of the dead, and my amnesia, we've been paralyzed by not knowing and powerless to do anything about it. It's a terrible feeling. But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with the truth of all this. Just you wait.
Poor Mr. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's the realization. Come to think of, you could take it as if I make it
without regrets. I feel like a strange sense of anxiety has been quietly growing inside me over the last 2 days.
Are you okay? You look really glum. If something's bugging you, let's talk about it. There's only a few of us left here now. After everything we've been through, what's the point in keeping things bottled up?
I have a travel companion named Paimon. Alosha and Odette have met her before. She's been feeling unwell recently.
You're worried about her, aren't you? That makes sense. We've been trapped in here for days.
To be honest, I used to feel like I was just a spectator in this world, watching everything that happens from the sidelines. Maybe it's because I'm a descender?
A descender?
But with Paimon by my side, over time, I slowly felt my connection to this world growing stronger. Sleeping and having fun, but she's also a great guide. It's her authenticity that makes this whole world feel more real for me. Over the last few days that we've been apart, I've often caught myself wondering, what would Paimon say if she were here right now? But by the time I snap out of it, the conversation has already moved on and I'm still in my own little world. I'm trying to overcome this sense of detachment, but I really miss Paimon. I guess, in a way, she means the whole world to me.
I bet she misses you when you're not there as well. Maybe you're her entire world too. I don't know if this will make you feel any better, but back when the water imps left Snezhaya in droves, I also felt like the whole world was suddenly empty. I could be surrounded by people, all smiling and having fun, and still feel completely separate from it. So, I totally understand how you feel. Later on, I started to think, maybe accepting the fact that our loved ones won't always be with us is something that takes a lifetime. All we can do is cherish their companionship from moment to moment. So, once we get out of here, you better hurry back to our side as fast as you can. You can't let your story end in regret. That's the trope I hate the most.
Thank you. That's exactly what I needed to hear.
But, Vodyanitsa, if you hate goodbyes too, why didn't you leave with your people?
That's just the choice I made. I used to regret it, but I don't anymore. Like I said before, singing is a water imp's primary mode of expression. It's how we convey our emotions. Our songs have echoed through this theater for hundreds of years, each one a story pieced together through moments of joy and sorrow. But does a story exist without someone to read it? To me, the answer is no. So I made the choice to stay. That way, there would still be someone left to sing these songs and listen to their stories. Otherwise, they could have been lost forever.
Could you teach me how to understand your people's songs sometime? I want to be able to truly hear them, like Mr. Shram.
A fan after my own heart. Thank you, Tonya. How about I sing something for you, and you tell me what you hear?
Okay, I'll do my best. I've never heard that one before. I feel like I can hear a sense of longing somehow. I wonder why that is.
Color me impressed, Tonya. You're a keen listener. Most people can only tell if a song is happy or sad. I didn't think you'd be able to pick up on such specific details.
So, what's the song about then? Come on, tell me.
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before, because it has more of a ceremonial purpose for our people. It's not meant for the stage. It means something like, "May those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song back home in the night, so that we might be reunited once more."
No wonder I could hear that sense of longing. You sing it for loved ones who have passed away. I hope it reaches them.
It's getting late, Tonya, and you're not well. We should all turn in early. I suppose there's no reason to keep watch tonight.
Okay, but, before I go to bed, could you sing that song a couple more times for me, Vodyanitsa?
Of course. Anything for my #1 fan.
once I get out of here, I definitely don't plan on ever coming back. But I guess that means I'll never get to hear Vodianitsa sing again. That's a sad thought. Before I fall asleep, I should cherish this moment of companionship while it lasts. Where am I? It's so dark in here, and I feel kind of dizzy. Am I alone? Huh? What was that noise?
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. No time for questions. Quick! Alright, we're safe. The sort of. I know. Yep. Look.
A bit more than a...
Sure I do. I specialize in...
Oh. Thanks. It's nice to meet you too.
Alright, there's no time to wait. We need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Night Prayer won't be able to get to us. Sweet, sweet light! It's back! Now that's a sight for sore eyes. Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you. Look out!
This is not the end.
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. The next switch is over there. No, Night Prayer is here too. This can't be the only path. Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection.
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection.
This is not the end.
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection.
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
I won't let you die like this. Not on my watch. bridge is just up ahead! Hurry! It's too dark. We're not gonna make it. Come on, faster! Traveler! I won't let you die like this. Not on my watch.
Even though it's not permanent, dying is definitely not a pleasant experience.
Great. You're back.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Time for you to get out of here. Quick, before the light runs out.
What about you? You're not coming with me?
I can't. I've already been used up. The Guardian Spirit's skills are finite. I can only resurrect someone so many times. I might not look any different, but my essence has been exhausted. Now, I will slowly start to fade away. I can go no further. The Black Mist is where I belong. It's okay.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because it wouldn't have changed anything. That knowledge would have just burdened you. And a Guardian Spirit's role is to protect.
But...
Go. Now, before it's too late. I already hear Night Prayer approaching. How could this happen?
Well, I guess there's no need to inspect the body.
wasn't supposed to happen. You lied to us, didn't you, Chuganov? You've been lying from the start.
Take a long, hard look at yourself before you go around accusing other people. I suspected you on day one, Lelik, and now look where we are. By some strange coincidence, you've never been targeted. You just happen to have survived this long? No, you should be the prime suspect. And you, little hunter, ever so content with staying on the sidelines. Yet, you were the one who stopped us from leaving from the start! Why are you trying to keep us here?
Now you're just lashing out indiscriminately. That's either a sign of anxiety or a guilty conscience. Where was all this passion and bravado before? Decided to fight until the bitter end. Is that it?
Is that a threat? Fine, bring it on. You think I'm afraid to die after all this? You want to kill me? Go ahead. I'd like to see you try.
After all the trauma of the past few days, everyone's been pushed to the breaking point. Valeri and Mitya aren't here anymore. Someone else needs to step up and take charge. But first, I need to think this through. Considering everyone left, who's the most likely candidate for the deceased? They're dead, yes. I clearly remember... Of those who remain, people are easy, but... Tonya! Your brother... Chuganov, looks like it's your turn to do some explaining. Yesterday you said you could vouch for Tonya. Why did you give us a false testimony?
I knew you were behind this, Chuganov. You've been lying through your teeth from the start. Everything about you is fake. Down to the wife and daughter you're always talking about. Your entire family man persona is a charade, isn't it? That night, when I infiltrated your place as Lelik, I noticed you were home alone. Didn't think much of it at the time. Just thought everyone else was out. But thinking back on it now, that doesn't seem very likely. My guess is, you live alone, don't you?
Even that was a lie? But why would he lie about having a family?
Oh, curses. Oh, why is there no end to this blasted snowstorm? If it would just stop. If it would just stop.
I think I remember now. I know how I ended up here. It feels like a distant memory. But at the same time, it's just like the reason I'm always coughing is because I got sick with frostbite. The locals usually call it the snow cough. It's not a very common illness. It's partly genetic and partly caused by the cold climate. But after a while, so one day, I told my brother that I wanted him to take me outside for once. so things could be like they used to, just for one day. I wanted to meet loads of friends, experience new things. He agreed. He snuck me out of the hospital, and we escaped. We got to the theater, bought tickets, and went inside. It was awesome.
Oh.
When I woke up, but there's no way he'd leave Tonya. Yeah, I know. After all of that, I'm sorry.
Your name probably is.
Well, when I was little, when we escaped, so when you first approached me, I thought he must have chosen a fake.
At least your memory of. Now it's your turn, Chuganov.
You're right. And yes, the truth of the matter is, my daughter's name was Iskra. And before you ask, yes, Iskra, as in Iskra Manufacturing Plant. She also died from the snow cough. She was just 6 years old. If she were still alive today, she'd be around the same age as little Tonya here. After Iskra passed, my wife couldn't bear to face those memories either. So she chose to start a new life without me. One day when I came home from work and saw the... I just embraced the delusion.
Nothing more than a pathetic means of escapism, I know. But at least it's not a crime. So explain your false testimony then.
The night before last, when I was chatting with Tonya, she mentioned that her brother would brew medicine for her from frost fairy flower leaves. Combined with her various symptoms, I suddenly... The jester of the Fatui announced that that was the final... So, more than anyone, I know full